Oh, yes. Love me some dance moves to start off the Next Fitness Show. Hello and welcome. I am certified trainer Beth Rockwell from the Next Fitness Thing. Welcome to the Next Fitness Show. My co-host and executive producer, I've promoted her because she's the boss anyway, is Alexis Craig. Hey, Alexis. And we have a special guest. I'm going to get to that very shortly. She's waiting in the wings. She's awesome, and you're going to love this discussion we're going to have, team. So welcome aboard. Happy to have you with us. Pardon me, I'm getting comfy here. All right. So today on the show, we are going to be joined by, you know her, you love her, TNFT teammate Natalie. If you have worked out with us, you know Natalie very, very well. We're going to chat with Natalie. There she is. Hi. Hi, Natalie. So nice to see you. Nice shirt. You want to stand up and show off your shirt there for a sec? Because, hey, there you go. We're going to chat about Natalie and the journey with the Next Fitness Thing and just fitness overall, and just going to be good times. And Alexis, say hey. What's up?
Hey.
Hey. I wanted to give you a chance to pop on screen. So, by the way, sidebar, I was just talking before we went live on YouTube. This little bandage right here, I was such a klutz. I had this little freak accident, and the edge of my iPad case sliced the side of the bridge of my nose right where my glasses hit. So I know you might not have even seen that, but it's pointed it to the world. So I just like, in case you see what that is, it's not a spot on my nose. It's just a Band-Aid. So it's all good. Anyway, back to what else is on the show today. We are, aside from Natalie, we're going to check in on, and Natalie's going to be hanging with us for a while. So it seems like too. So yay. We're going to check in on how your New Year's intentions are going rather than resolutions is what we like to go. But whatever you made, we'll check in on how that's going with you. And we're going to talk dates, as yummy dates, assuming that we have time to do so, because we have a good jam-packed show for you today. So welcome to everybody who is checking us out live on YouTube. And please, if you would, and you've not done so already, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can find us, if you're not with us already, at The Next Fitness Thing, youtube.com at The Next Fitness Thing. Subscribe so you never miss a moment of what we put up for you on our YouTube channel, and then like and share our material, and feel free to speak your mind in the comments, because we love to hear from you, everybody. So thank you all for coming along for the ride. Drop reactions in the chat if you're with us live, and let us know like where you're checking us out from, or what your weather report is. We just want to hear from you and see what's going on in your world. And of course, you can find our wellness platform. If you're not familiar with us, you can find us at thenextfitnessthing.com. We offer live virtual fitness classes with real-time trainer guidance, and also classes for replay. If you can't make it with us live, we'd love to have you. Okay. And then also, we also have a really cool Facebook group where our community hangs together as well. That is facebook.com/groups/ the Next Fitness Thing. There you go. I almost put an @ in there. So facebook.com/groups/ the Next Fitness Thing. I was going to say, how easy was that? And then I almost messed it up. Go figure. All right. So without further ado, team, our special guest this week is the lovely and talented TNFT teammate Natalie. Hey, Natalie. I am
Hello.
so stoked that you are with us. You've been one of our diehard supporters at the Next Fitness Thing, and we thank you so much for being a part of our family. Love you for that. So, how are things? How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling great. We had a work from home day, which is always nice. I got to be in
Nice.
my outfit all day instead of my work clothes, so I'll take it.
There you go. And what an outfit you chose. A very stylish Next Fitness Thing hoodie. Looks good on you. So let's find out a little bit about Natalie. So first off, how did you find your way to us at the Next Fitness Thing?
Well, I feel like I'm one of the teammates who was very lucky to have met you beautiful ladies and the rest of the trainers on a previous platform. So before the Next Fitness Thing came to be, I met all of you. I remember way back when it was 2020, and I was so nervous to just get started on my journey, like I guess my fitness journey. At that point, it was really just like, it was 2020, I was on screen. I'm a bilingual speech and language pathologist at that time, working with preschoolers, and I just needed to get away from my computer. So I would just go on walks, and I found a platform that allowed me to do that, and do that as like a class. And so I, jumping forward, like when I had the opportunity to come on board with you guys, there was no way around doing it. So I'm really happy to be here, and I love all of the things that you guys have started and continue to create. I feel like I'm constantly amazed by the things that you guys have keep bringing to the table every month and every year.
Oh, thank you. We're totally amazed by how rock solid loyal our teammates are, and we all love you for that. So thank you. Thank you. A million times thank you. Natalie, if you had to pick one type of workout, what's your favorite type of workout to do and why? Why do you love it?
My favorite type. So
Yeah.
like, meaning like cardio or strength, or do you want like a class?
Say, like a genre, a modality like kickboxing, or because I know I see you in kickboxing a lot. I'm just throwing that out
Kickboxing.
there.
I would say kickboxing is probably my favorite like indoor workout type of activity that I love to do. I absolutely love kickboxing. I love that it has the combination of like what I would get from like a dance class where you got the coordinating moves, since I was a cheerleader. So like that's like super fun.
Why am I
And
not surprised?
and then I like the just the way I feel afterwards. You know, you just I don't know. It just it's like a good rush, I guess. And to burn all those calories, I don't know. It's just something I've always loved.
Yeah, I got to slip in a little shameless plug for my Kick Up the Fun January Jam Challenge right now. And Natalie's been on camera with me a lot, and I can see Natalie brings it every single class. So I can tell you're digging it. So thank you for that. As far as challenges, you mentioned that you were kind of getting back into the workout wagon when you were talking earlier about how you found your way to us. And like at this point, you've probably had some ups and downs along the way. We all do. What kind of challenges do you find that you face, and how do you get through your challenges?
That's a really good question. I feel like one of my biggest challenges is always time. I think that, and I know that that's something we all say. It's just what, you know, I have a full-time job. I have like a part-time passion and slash, I guess, another job or, you know, something I'm developing. And then trying to do all that. And then I have a husband and kids and it's just navigating it all is just difficult. And unfortunately, what tends to be the thing that kind of gets pushed to the side is sometimes my workouts. And so that is something that I'm constantly trying to keep myself going with, reminding myself like, no, has to be a priority. And that's where I'm sure we've all faced it, but you know, a big thing that I think continues to remind me is you know, about a little over a year ago, my father passed away. And one of the things that had kind of challenged him towards the end is his brain was there. Like he was till the very end, like super smart, super like, you know, with it. But his body was shutting down and he was so stubborn. He refused to do any of like the occupational therapy, any of the physical therapy that was recommended for him. And he kind of just like, you know, kind of gave up. And I think that seeing that happen and knowing that he could have lived so much longer if he had, you know, not been so stubborn, it's just another push for me to remind myself every day that has to be something that's my priority.
I have such a similar journey, and I'm shaking. My voice is shaking as well, just like yours, Natalie, because my mom went through the exact same thing. So I know exactly what you're talking about, and that's a big reason why I do what I do now too. So thank you for sharing that. I need tissues. Hang on, tissue break. Who put 9 minutes in for MB to grab the tissue? Come on now. If you won the pool,
Sorry.
congratulations. No, it's all good. It's real. It's genuine tears. So yeah, I mean, a lot of us have that time constraint, but what, like you mentioned, it's, you know, a lot of people think that it's selfish to put yourself above others, but in this case, it is necessary, because if you don't put yourself first and you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to be there for the other people who need you and depend on you. So kudos to you for figuring that out. Yeah, thanks. So if you were going to maybe introduce a friend to working out, they're like, I don't know where to start. I need to do something, but I don't really know what. What advice would you give that person based on what you've been through?
I feel like when I think back to like when I started, you know, I guess this new fitness journey, I think the thing I would just say to somebody else is just start. You know, one of the things, and for those who don't know, TNFT is a lot of like on camera, like MB said, there's a lot of things that you do on camera. I was scared to death to be on camera and I wouldn't do it. So I was like, I'm just gonna do the walk classes. I could chat in the chat, nobody has to see me. Whenever there was the like when you have the running challenges or, the 5Ks. I'm like, good, I can be part of the 5K and nobody has to watch me run and I could just be there. And it was a way to feel connected without feeling like that, I don't know, intimidation of doing the workouts in front of other people. I will say since then, it took me almost a year, but since then I kind of finally got up the guts to go on camera. And that is phenomenal. So you get a lot of good feedback from the trainers, and it actually makes it so much easier to enjoy and get the most out of the class. So if you're just starting out, know that you can be off camera, that you can do that and still be doing it with other people. So that's kind of what I love the most about this. And yeah. I hope that's.
I'm so glad you decided to turn your camera on because you kick butt and it's so great to see you. And by the way, anybody who is new to and not familiar with the Next Fitness thing, the way that it works, if you do turn your camera on, again, it's totally optional. But if you do, the trainer is the only one who can see you in class. And so if you were to compare what we do to like some of the big name fitness apps and platforms that are out there, that might be 37 bajillion people in that class, but the trainer cannot keep an eye on you and your form. And so that's where we differentiate ourselves, because we keep our classes small enough that the trainer can check you out and say, okay, you're kicking butt, or you need to do a little bit more of this. And doesn't it make a world of difference, Natalie? It's like game changer.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I would say even more so than when I would go to like classes at my like gym, and, going into those classes, even those classes tend to get so crowded, even though it might be 30 people, it's 30 people in one room, that and the person at the front is actually doing the workout at the same time. So they don't always see you. They're giving you really good feedback as far as like, make sure you do this and that, but they're not actually checking to see that you're doing that. And
Because they're focused on the moves themselves, right? Or yeah, exactly. Yeah. So good note. I wanted to give you, I know you're going to hang with us for the rest of the show, right? You have time?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Great. I did want to give you a chance. You mentioned your side project. Why don't you talk about that a little bit? Because this is very cool. I want to hear about this.
So I've always owned my own business. I have a business for as a speech and language pathologist, and I contract into the schools. But recently, I think to kind of get a break, there's always one thing that we're dealing with in the education world is a lot of burnout. And so one of my other ways of trying to get away from that burnout was a few years back, I started to do some crafting, and that has kind of grown, long story short, into this new opportunity and venture that I have. And I have a website where I'm selling some of the things that I've created by hand, or things that I've thrifted and upcycled. And just this year, so one of my New Year's goals, I know I think that's part of something we're talking about at some point, was to kind of take that into a YouTube channel. So I just started my YouTube channel. I started it about 6 months ago, but like I committed myself to it, I think, as of January 1st. So
nice. Shout it out. Where can people find you?
At sparksofjoystudio.com, or that is my handle too, Sparks of Joy Studio, on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube.
Awesome. Well, we're very happy for you. Good luck with your project, and we will give you support in any way we can here, because you've been there to support us. So we got your back. Natalie, thank you so much. It's been great talking to you. You're going to hang with us, I know. But we are roughly mid-show, so I think it's time for Alexis to handle our mid-show stretch break, which is going to be a lovely one today. So ready or not, who's ready to stretch? I sure am, because I've had a day already. I'm gonna get a little quick drink. Alexis, you got
it? That's great. Okay.
There you are.
Welcome to the stretch break. All right. I'm Alexis. I am a trainer and yoga teacher inside the app. I'm also the officially the founder and CEO of the Next Fitness thing. So
minor little detail.
Yeah, we're going to do a little neck stretch today. And I don't know about you, but this is the one that I really need, especially if I've been sitting down all week. So just sit or stand wherever you are right now and think of reaching up through the top of your head with a big inhale.
And those of you who are watching, I hope you're doing this with us, because this is why we're here.
Yeah, do it with us. Exactly. And as you exhale, tilt your right ear towards your right shoulder. And with your left hand, you're welcome to either sit on your palm. You could put it behind your back, or you can just let it drop down to your side. I encourage you to play with your head angle. You can tilt forward or tilt backward, just really looking for the angle where you can feel the stretch is most of service and breathe into that line right there.
I got mine.
Yeah, and I just encourage you even to allow with your exhale to make some sound on the way out. And then let your right hand come up to your face and lift up your head. And we're going to switch to the second side. Release your left hand if you sat on it or put it behind your back. Inhale really tall. Then exhale, tilt left ear toward left shoulder. From here, feel free to either sit on your right palm or bring your right hand behind your back. And I invite you to play with your neck angle on this side. P.S. If you love this, we have stretch class all the time. My favorite stretch class that I have is the Thursday night. I like to call it the late night stretch. It's at 6 p.m. Pacific. So
yeah,
it's like stretch before bed. That class is also all access, so you don't even have to have any membership to join. You can just join.
That's right. Yeah. So those of you who are not with us yet, come check us out.
Okay, unwind your right hand and left hand to the left side of your face and lift it up. And we are complete.
My gosh.
That was our stretch.
That was like a minute and a half of heaven right there. So thank you, Alexis. Doesn't that feel great? Oh, wow. I was like I had a morning and I was just like jamming all morning. So that was just a nice little reset. Thank you. Okay, so time to move on into the next part of our discussion, which is New Year's intentions. So a lot of us around the new year, we make our intentions or we make our resolutions, many of us, and resolutions can kind of be coded, fraught with a lot of stress, I think. So we believe in more gentle intentions. So you don't feel so guilty if you are not doing whatever you resolve to do, like 100%. So did you set New Year's resolutions? And if you're with us in the chat, please feel free to join us. You are welcome to chime in on this discussion as well. Did you set New Year's resolutions or intentions? How is it going for you? Have you been A+ all the time? Did life get in the way and you're just like, well, I had to fail for a little bit. I want to get back to it, but I'm kind of just in that zone where I need a little kickstart. What's standing in your way? Again, going back to what Natalie was saying about time earlier. And Natalie, please feel free to chime in if you have any thoughts here as well. You touched on that earlier. And then how can you make your intention or your resolution, as the case may be, into a habit-based goal? So what we talk about a lot is a lot of us get a big honking vision of what we want to do in the new year. We want to do everything. We want to lose weight, for example. We want to get stronger. We want to be able to walk without running out of breath. We want to do this and that and this and that, and watch our diet and get our stress down. And you might not be able to do everything at the same time and get the proper results. So breaking it off into little chunklets, as I sometimes call them, is sometimes really helpful because you can get really overwhelmed with a big goal. So go granular. We recommend go small and just take one little thing out of your day that you can change for the better for yourself. So maybe it is getting one extra piece of fruit or vegetable into your diet. That's a great starting point, is the nutrition, because that's a big part of what we do in keeping us healthy too. And then once you get that under your belt, and it's like, okay, I got this, then I can take on another goal. Maybe you're going to go for a walk X number of minutes per day, X days a week. So there's your activity base. And then you can maybe find something that has to do with your sleep. So you're setting a regular bedtime schedule and you're going to bed at the same time and getting up at the same time. So it is habits. It's building the habits that are the foundations to leading you toward that big overarching goal. So eyes on the small prize is what we generally recommend, because it's a lot easier to bite off a little bit and chew it thoroughly and then take off a big chunk and choke on it, for lack of a better terminology. So Alexis, Natalie, do y'all have any thoughts here? I'd love to hear from you if you do.
I think one of the things that I don't know, those who have worked with me know that I'm like a data Nazi. So I'm very big on finding a measurable goal and finding a way to achieve that goal for my students, for their IEPs. And so I've kind of like rolled that into like how I break it down. Like you had mentioned like, oh yeah, I want to lose weight, but if that's so, we would say it has to be measurable. Like there has to be like, when are, what are you trying to do? Be specific about it. How long is it going to go for? Like, I think, I don't know if you guys use the term as well, but we call them SMART goals. Like they have to be,
right, all the time. Yeah.
right. And so that's kind of what I do in a sense. The other thing that motivates me a lot to stay with it is like finding a vision, like a visual to like show my progress. I love like the badges on the Apple Watch, or even like before like all the smart technology. I used to have a calendar where I put stickers. Like I would give myself stickers for like, different things that I did. So I think
it worked when we were kids. Why not? It still works when we're adults, right?
That's why I always send a printable calendar with every single one of our challenges. So if you want to put on the fridge, you can do that.
I actually put it in here. It's in here.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Alexis, how about you?
For me, I mean, to be totally honest, and like honestly, a little bit of a vulnerable share here, ever since we've been starting this company, I've found it really, really challenging to work out for myself. And it's a lot of the things that like Natalie is saying. It's been, I mean, especially with personal family things going on too, it's been really hard in the past 2 years for me to have a consistent workout schedule, even though the thing that I'm telling everyone else is that this is what you need to do to be in your power. And then for myself, for a while, I wasn't doing it. And so I really was feeling into that at the end of last year, and feeling how there's part of me that was feeling kind of down, and also feeling just not fully in my power. And I was like, I can just hear that I need to take my own advice right now. And it's time to get back in my body and to actually be physically working out and doing the thing. And so for the past 2 weeks, I have been working out consistently on a program, and it's working right now. And I never thought I would be the person to wake up extra early in the morning and work out before the rest of my day starts. I am a night person, but honestly, that's the only way it's going to happen right now. And I've been doing it. I've been waking up at 6 a.m., driving 30 minutes to go to the place where I'm doing my workout, doing the workout, and then coming home and starting my day. And I've been doing it this is going to be like, I mean, it's only like 10 days in right now, but I've never even thought I would get this far. So I can already feel a huge difference in my energy. I think honestly, everybody who hangs out with me during the day can feel a huge difference in my energy. I can feel the difference in my body for sure too. And yeah, it feels really good to be focusing on myself and really recognizing that it honestly has been helpful for my self-worth, both from the perspective of like, yes, there's all of the chemical things that happen in your body and all these ways that I feel more powerful. Yes. And at the same time, just it makes me feel valuable that I'm taking this time to do it. It's like an affirmation of my self-worth to actually go and be in my body and exercise. So I'm just really feeling it right now. And yeah, so that's my New Year's.
You were so stoked when you messaged me and said, I joined a gym. It's good for you. And then like it's been snowballing. Like Alexis's energy is contagious generally anyway, but now it's just like boom. So
and I took Mary Beth's class last Saturday at the gym from the treadmill. I've been doing all of the Next Fitness Thing workouts too at the gym too. But I mean, it just, for some reason for me, it really helps to have that physical space that is the place where I work out. I know a lot of people like to work out at home, and we're here to help people work out at home too, but it really helps me to have the dedicated place.
Yeah, but if you work from home, it's probably nice to get away from there.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's kind of how it started for me. Like now that I go back, like I drive to work, which takes me a half hour to get there. I like being at home because that saves me time from having to then drive to a gym.
Exactly.
So like, I think it makes sense. Like you're kind of out of your work zone to do like your own fitness thing.
Exactly.
I'm going to slip in one more note from my end before we go on. A personal note that I have suffered from various bouts of depression, and when I don't work out, it just exacerbates it and takes me down into a rabbit hole. And when I do start working out again, it just lifts me right back up mentally and emotionally. And I just started back because I was sick over a large portion of the holidays, and I didn't work out a whole lot during December. And now I'm finally getting back to it. And it's just like, oh, it's so good. It feels so good when you restart. So, so those of you who are checking us out, recheck your intentions. Maybe you need to reevaluate something. It's not working for you. If it's not realistic for you, maybe you need to find another priority. But yeah, check in with yourself every once in fact, at the next fitness thing, we have a monthly goals walk. And it's a great opportunity for us to get together and kind of chat about that. So hash out, it's like, okay, here's what I set for my goal. Here's how far I got. What can I do to get over that hump? And we give you advice, and you get a walk in at the same time. And it's all access, which again, Alexis mentioned earlier. And we're going to actually talk about all access coming up a little bit later, because we have a couple more things to get to. But I think it's time now for our move of the week. Yeah. So every week we spotlight a different move, and let's see, Alexis, I think this is you. And we have a cool video to watch, I hope. Yeah.
It can be. Yep. Give me 1 second.
Yeah,
working on the tech. Give me one
Yeah.
second. Working on the tech.
Thank goodness you're working on the tech, because if it were me, we would be lost. So
okay. I get the
just hopping to it.
And we share the screen, and here it is. It's the move of the week.
Woo-hoo!
All right. So today's move of the week is squats.
Yay.
All right. Now, I know you know what this move is. It's squats. You've seen it. Here it is. We have squats. Now, I just want to say with this move, this is a move that's really, really important for a variety of reasons. Honestly, the biggest reasons to me that it's important that we're training squats is because you want to be able to get down and get back up on your own. So you want to be able to get into a chair and stand up. You want to be able to get into your bed and stand up. You want to be able to get to the toilet and stand up by yourself, right? And I just want to also mention that the number one reason that people end up going to nursing homes is because they cannot do these things. Mm-hmm. So in order to keep your life independent for as long as you possibly can, practicing squats is super important. Now, as you're doing squats, some things to point out: there are many varieties of squats. Not every squat looks the same. Not every person's squat looks the same. There are different varieties of what a squat could be. So I would just say, as long as you're not in pain when you're doing this, then you can do what you're doing for the first thing. As far as the types of squats that we typically teach in class, we usually teach the type of squat that has the heels on the ground, and you bring your hips down and back and stand all the way up at the top. So hips go down and back all the way up. This person in this video can squat super deep. She's got really large
mobility. Yes.
And if you can't get as low as this video, it's okay. You do what you can do. If you would like to practice getting lower into your squat, one thing I would recommend is to use some type of chair or something that you can sit on, so that you could sit down and stand up, even if you kind of need to swing your arms on the way up, and maybe you just go as slow as you can on the way down. But to work on getting lower, that's something that would really help. Another thing that can help you get lower in your squat is to hold on to something in front of you. Now, that might be like hold on to the door jamb. It could be hold on to a railing, something sturdy. I love the suspension training straps, and so that's something that I'm super into as far as that. So
me too.
You can hold on to something like straps to help you to sit back and down as well. So yeah. For me, I love squats. I think training squats is fun. You can add weights, you can go fast, you can go slow, all for different reasons that you would want to train squats. And I guess I would love to hear from Mary Beth, like what kind of things that you're into as far as cueing for squats. I really like the cue. I don't even know where I got this from. I didn't make it up. I'm sure I heard it from someone else. But basically, that you want... Picture when you're doing a squat that you are out camping and you are going to the bathroom in the woods, and you don't want to poo on your shoe. So you got to send your hips really far back. So that's my personal favorite cue for squats. But Mary Beth, what do you like to do when you?
I'm going to say, I just keep it simple. It's just like chest high, booty low, and pain free. So you don't want to go so deeply that it hurts. I have hip and knee problems, and I sometimes need to curtail my range of motion as well. So you go where it doesn't hurt. And then the one thing that I actually love to pass along about squats, and I know we're getting short on time here. We have a couple other things to do, but when you build your muscle, and do not be afraid to do strength training, squats are strength training. And if you're looking to maybe lose some fat on your body, you need muscle to do that. And your leg muscles and your glute muscles are some of the largest ones in your body. The more that you develop those, the faster your metabolism is going to be. And you might have a little tick up if you tend to weigh yourself. There might be a little tick up in your weight because you're putting on muscle. But then once it kicks in and the muscles start going extra credit on the metabolism, you're going to see that number shrink if that's a goal of yours. So that's a real big reason for me to do squats as well. Cool. All right. Yeah, Alexis, I don't know if you saw Natalie's note in the chat, but just FYI, we're good. Okay, thank you. So the next thing, we have a special event, one of our monthly community event coming up at the next fitness thing. And Alexis, I think this is you as well, because you're going to be leading this puppy, but it's our Black History Walk. And it's going to be this coming Sunday, February 4th. Hi, I'm live. How are you? And there's our squatter again. Hang on.
I'm working on it. There we go.
we got it. There it is. Okay, Alexis, that's all you.
Okay, so this is going to be a community event. It is coming up on February 4th, which is a Sunday. It's at 7 a.m. Pacific. So for those of you who are on the East Coast, this is 10 a.m. for you. This is a great chance for you to join. It is an all access class. So this class you can join without having a membership. You go to blackhistory.thenextfitnessthing.com. And it's basically what we were talking about. You go for a walk. I will be leading this. So I will be in your ear. We do have group chat going on so that you can engage with the other people in the class and send in photos of where you're walking or talk about anything going on. And this, because February is Black History Month, we are hosting this walk in honor of Black History Month. And we will have a lot of discussion points and facts to share in honor of Black history. So I'm really looking forward to leading this, and we'd love to see you there. And if you have any questions or anything, I just also want to mention, you can always email us at support@thenextfitnessthing.com, and we would be really happy to answer any questions if you have anything to get, whether it's about this or otherwise. So yeah.
All right. Awesome. And thank you, Alexis. And one of the things that I also love about our community walks is if you're new to us and you've never taken a class of the Next Fitness Thing, it's such a phenomenal opportunity for you to check us out. And you're going to be welcomed with open arms. You're going to be amazed at the welcome you receive if you're new to us. Everybody's going to reach out with all kinds of love, and it's just the most supportive place. And we love being a part of that. So we hope to see you on February 4th. Thank you. We have one more thing to do before we wrap things up. We were talking about food. And dates are the seasonal food that we drop along the line every once in a while. It's like, what's in season? What's yummy? And I love food, and I love to eat, and I love to cook. So dates are high on my list. Now, caveat, dates are dried fruit, and like any dried fruit, they are denser and they're a little bit more caloric. So, and if that's a concern of yours, portion size is important. But dates are so yummy as a natural sweetener. They're often used for peeps who don't want to use like processed sugar or anything like that. They're loaded with all these little gems that we see on screen right now. They're loaded with all kinds of nutrients. They're high in fiber and antioxidants, and they're very, very good for you. And you can add them to your food in any kind of way. You can put them in a salad for a little kick of sweetness. I came across this recipe. If you buy if you're familiar with a grain, you might not be at all familiar with this grain. It's called teff, T-E-F-F. There is a major manufacturer that like makes flours and all kinds of things. I'm not going to say them by name, but on their package, they have a recipe for this teff porridge with dates and honey, and it is the most outrageously good thing that I have made myself for breakfast in ages. So you might want to track that recipe down. And it's really good for you, and it's a nice little kick of nutrition and deliciousness all in one. So yay for the dates! We love dates. It's date night.
Dates.
It's date day. All right. So I think, is there anything else, Alexis, that we have to do before we part ways here? We're a little over on time, but
that's okay. I want
it's all good.
maybe just let Natalie come back on camera for a second.
Yay.
And maybe all three of us. And I just want to say, Natalie, first of all, thank you for doing this with us. Everybody go check out Natalie's YouTube channel. It's awesome. I've been really admiring all of her artistic abilities and all these things. So definitely do that.
Natalie, give your address one more time.
sparksofjoystudio.com.
Thank you.
Check it out. And thank you for being on this. Thank you, honestly, Natalie, for all of your support and your being such a wonderful, loyal teammate and just being so good to us. And we love you so much. So thank you for being here.
I love you guys. Not going anywhere anytime soon, so don't go anywhere.
Hey, well, you better not, because we got kickboxing class later on today. So.
I know. I'm excited.
All right, that is a wrap for this week's Next Fitness Show. Thank you so much, Natalie. Thank you, Alexis, as always, for just being awesome. And to those of you who are watching us now, thank you so much. Every set of eyeballs and ears that is on us means the world to us. It helps us grow. So again, if you have not done so, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@the-next-fitness-thing. Like our stuff, share our stuff with those in your life who you think might benefit from it. And we always love to hear your comments as well. So hit the link in the description if you want to find us at the Next Fitness Thing and help join our lovely health and wellness and fitness community. There's the more the merrier. There's always room for more. And that's it. I think we're out of here. Have a great weekend for those of you with us live. Those of you who are watching on a different day, I hope you have a good day. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right. I was just going to say see you next week. That's all I was going for, but let's high five it. Now you can be on your merry way. Thank you so much. Take care. Catch you next time. Bye.